Second quarter action here at Stuart Field in Chicago. You're watching Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Chris Rouse here on the call. If you're just joining us, the Whitworth Pirates with an 8-2 advantage over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. For Whitworth, they have two players already with 2 goals, Sierra Whitty and then most recently Megan Whitman with both with 2 apiece. Meanwhile, for Illinois Tech, their 2 goals have been scored by their leading scorer this season, and Tony Martinez. Tony Martinez with 18 goals on the season. But at this moment, the Scarlet Hawks find themselves down 6 with their white uniforms on and black shorts headed towards the north side of Stuart Field. Meanwhile, the Whitworth Pirates in their maroon uniforms will be headed in the opposite direction, obviously towards the south of Stuart Field. Here's the most recent goal scorer in Megan Whitman on the ground ball pickup, actually, as she gains possession for the Whitworth Pirates. Whitman in behind the cage. Whitman had an assist for the Whitworth when they took on the Whitman Blues, their conference foe in the Northwest Conference, in their most recent outing. She had an assist right here to Nikki Beers, who actually has the ball. Beers goes to Whitman and almost returned the favor, but Godfrey with the save. Good job by Mercy Godfrey, able to get her cross down and make a clean save for Illinois Tech. We've seen that a few times from Godfrey, where she's made a clean save really off the shot, just a clean catch. Not really so much a clean catch on that one, but her cross was key in making the stop. Outlet pass for Fansler goes long, and the ball is scooped up by McManus for Illinois Tech. McManus gives it up to Godfrey, and now Illinois Tech has it with Godfrey in behind the net. Godfrey over to Niebler. Here's Izzy Niebler, Illinois Tech's leader in assists. She is the only player on the roster that has recorded an assist this season. 5 goals and 2 assists for Niebler. Another card here against Whitworth, as now we will see Fansler go to the sideline. So Fansler will go to the sideline for 2 minutes as she checked Niebler in the head. So the yellow card will see number 4 in maroon sit on the sideline for 2 minutes. Here's Niebler. Ball knocked away. And recovered again by Illinois Tech. That's Torres who comes up with it, only to be dispossessed briefly. Illinois Tech trying to get out of traffic here. And a whistle. The ball rolls all the way to the Illinois Tech sideline. And now another card against Whitworth. This will be a green card. And that would take Kira Paulus off the field. I think I might have said that was Torres. That was Akir Tava that got in the mix there for Illinois Tech. As now Illinois Tech has it offensively with Ellie Post. Post. Over to Izzy Niebler. Here's Akir Tava. They have Torres in behind the cage. I thought maybe Akir Tava was going to try to go for the long pass. Instead, she goes to Post. Post unable to handle the pass with Dylan England applying pressure. Chloe Browder looked as if maybe she slipped briefly on the field, and it sort of delayed a pass to the outside for Illinois Tech. Now the Scarlet Hawks work the other way with Martinez. Tony Martinez eyeing the field. She's got Akir Tava charging towards the net, but instead Martinez will keep it. Niebler charges inside. Martinez goes in herself, and Martinez puts the ball in the back of the net while falling to the pitch here at Stuart Field for the goal. Tony Martinez with her 3rd of the game. And that makes it her 19th of the season. Martinez gets the goal. She's giving instructions to her teammates. She's saying she wants them to cut, give her an outlet, as Martinez finds the back of the net for the 3rd time today. Scarlet Hawks goal. Scored by number 22, Tony Martinez. Her 3rd of the game, her 19th of the season. Martinez with a hat trick, her second goal of the quarter. As Illinois Tech, they've worked the ball. They've done a good job working the ball inside here in the second quarter against Kayla Jones. Also, Whitworth, worth mentioning, they had 2 players down on that last opportunity for the Scarlet Hawks thanks to the cards. And now number 9, Claire Baker, is actually going to come off the bench. She'd been on the sideline for quite some time, despite starting the match for the Whitworth Pirates. Here's the draw control, and Niebler able to win the ground ball pickup for Illinois Tech. Izzy Niebler looking for an outlet, but she's being pressured. It's actually Kennison Turner and Campbell Vincent applying the pressure. The ball is loose. It's a long run for Ellie Post. It's so far, in fact, that it's going to be won by Whitworth on the possession. Megan Whitman. Good job by Whitman. Whitman has certainly been the most active Pirate here in the second quarter. If it's been Martinez for Illinois Tech, it's been Whitman for Whitworth. Here's a chance to go inside for Whitty. Her shot is saved. And we got a whistle following the save. This might be a violation against Illinois Tech. We've seen a number of shooting space violations against the Scarlet Hawks. And we'll see another one here, which will give Sierra Whitty a chance to go for her 3rd goal of the day. Here's Whitty to the front of the net. Whitty bounces it home. Sierra Whitty with a hat trick to join the opposing player, Tony Martinez. 3rd goal of the day for Sierra Whitty. Whitworth goal scored by number 6, Sierra Whitty. Her 3rd of the game. Her 11th of the season. Sierra Whitty has certainly been a factor in this game for the Whitworth Pirates. She had the 2 goals in the first quarter and a late assist. And now Whitty with this goal gives her team a 6-goal advantage. How fitting. Number 6 for Whitworth gives them a 6-goal advantage on the scoreboard. And Whitty's already been involved with at least 4 goals in this matchup, 3 of her own and an assist. Ellie Post plays it back to Izzy Niebler. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Tony Martinez. Nice dodge by Martinez using the spin move as she works against Mary Penfield. And Penfield will just knock Martinez down, and that'll draw a whistle. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap our first half stats and recap the first half goals. And then we'll preview second half action on the other side of this break, or on the other side of the halftime break here at Stuart Field. Akirtava surrounded by Whitworth Pirates. Whitty was one of them. Whitman was the other. Yet after all was said and done, Akirtava won possession and still found herself surrounded by the 2 aforementioned Whitworth Pirates. Then Whitty tried to hit Whitman, and the ball goes ahead of the pack, and it's picked up by Peyton Green. Peyton Green around McManus, and there you can see, once again, Illinois Tech, that lack of legs. McManus, that just appeared to be a tired defensive effort there. She did everything she could, just stuck the cross out, but really didn't have the legs to stay with the ball there. Whitworth appears that they're trying to post, almost how you see in basketball, they're trying to post Campbell Vincent up there. I think they got Vincent working against Nayeli Samano. Instead, the ball goes around the net. There's a shot from behind the cage. There's another shot attempt, and this one, it is a goal for Campbell Vincent. Maybe not the way we thought she was going to try to get it with the post up, but Vincent ran down the ball and just fired right in the back of the net. Her 2nd goal of the day. Campbell Vincent leads Whitworth in goals scored this season, now with 19 on the season. Whitworth goal, her 2nd of the day, scored by number 21, Campbell Vincent. Her 19th of the season. 19 goals on the season now for the leading scorer for Whitworth. And right now, Campbell Vincent and Tony Martinez, both with 19 goals on the season. Martinez with 3 goals in the matchup, responsible for all 3 for Illinois Tech. Campbell Vincent just 2 of the 10 for the Whitworth Pirates, but Whitworth with a 7-goal advantage. Pirates now have the ball on the south side of the field, working in behind the net. It's Kennison Turner. Turner passes over. This is Peyton Green. Peyton Green's certainly been active these last few seconds for Whitworth. She had a long run, and now a shot on goal. Peyton Green said, while you're already talking about me, let me go ahead and add a highlight reel play. As she fires top left for the goal. Good shot by Green. That was really just a clean slash across the front of the net. And then she just fired top left where Godfrey couldn't get to the ball. 5th goal of the season for Peyton Green. 8. Whitworth goal scored by number 8, Peyton Green. Her 5th of the season. So not too long ago, we just had Sierra Whitty, number 6, give the Pirates a 6-goal advantage. Now we have Green, number 8, give the Pirates an 8-goal advantage. As Whitworth continues to work towards those running clock rules. We'll expound upon those in just a moment as we try to get the winner of this draw control, as it's won by Nikki Beers. Nikki Beers in possession here for the Pirates. Okay, she gives the ball up here to Megan Whitman. So Whitworth with an 8-goal advantage. 2 goals away from the running clock rules if you're unfamiliar with NCAA Division III women's lacrosse. Whenever a team has a 10-goal advantage on the scoreboard, the game will be played under running clock rules until the deficit is back to single digits, meaning if the score goes to 13-3, if Illinois Tech was to get it back to 13-4, we go back to normal rules. But as long as it's a double-digit advantage, running clock rules the remainder of the way. But Illinois Tech only down 8 at the moment, but Whitworth threatening at least to get it to 9 here, so it's worth mentioning that it is in sight for the Pirates. Here's Whitman. Gives it up to Nikki Beers. Whitman in behind the net. I think Whitworth has done a great job with Kennison Turner. Turner's done a good job just standing behind the cage, really being obviously you want to keep a player there for any wide shots or bad passes going to that back line. But Turner behind the net has done a good job of pulling the Illinois Tech defense, and it's led to violations such as this one, which will lead to a free possession opportunity. Nikki Beers will try again. Beers charges the net. Beers' shot is deflected by Godfrey. Good job by Mercy Godfrey, who again continues to hold her own down low in that net. Godfrey now has been credited with 10 saves in the matchup. Pass inside, an opportunity to go for goal for Martin. But Martin couldn't handle the ball, and Illinois Tech will take over. So here comes the Scarlet Hawks in possession of the ball. You're down 8. 4:40 to go here in the half. At this point for Illinois Tech, you really just want to try to avoid the running clock rules and obviously try to at least get 1 goal before you go into that halftime break. Try to gain some momentum. Niebler passes over to Martinez. Here's the Illinois Tech goal scorer. Not just today, but throughout the season. 3 goals today for Martinez, 19 to lead the way for Illinois Tech on the season. Here's Ellie Post. Post looking for Chloe Browder. Browder had a bit of a mix-up there with Hemman and a whistle, which will favor Illinois Tech with 3:55 and counting to go in the half. Post over to Niebler. Looking at Martinez on the far side from Niebler. One more pass would be Martinez from Akirtava. I thought maybe that was where the Scarlet Hawks were going. I could see Martinez sort of inching closer towards Niebler and Akirtava, but the pass wasn't made quick enough, and as a result, Whitworth able to recover defensively Got a battle for possession. And it'll be another foul against Whitworth. Scarlet Hawks coaching staff calling for Iona Pettigrew to join the attack here. Scarlet Hawks have 10 on the shot clock. Martinez gets away from England. Martinez, one more line of defense to beat, goes for goal and scores. What a move by Tony Martinez. She had to go through 3 layers, 3 levels of defense. She got a spin move past one defender, a dodge past the second, and really just shot through the last 2 lines to get the goal. Scarlet Hawks goal. Scored by number 22, Tony Martinez. Her 4th of the game, her 20th of the season. Martinez is responsible for all 4 goals to this point for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. That one certainly the best on the highlight reel, as she made a nice spin move past one defender and then a dodge, just a clean dodge, really just evaded the defender and then shot through the last lines of defense. There was one extra defender in front of the keeper, Kayla Jones, and Martinez really just rifled it past that last line. Whitman has it now for Whitworth. And Illinois Tech, they really did what you expected from the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. They got the goal to try to go into the half, but now you need them to come up with a few stops here. These final, maybe one good stop here and then one good possession. Could be just what the doctor ordered for the Scarlet Hawks with these final 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Here's a pass inside, a chance to go for goal, shot just a little bit too high for Kinsey Hemmon. I thought that was a good look for Hemmon. Everything but the finish. Got to bring it down some. Ball loose in front of the cage. Godfrey's just watching on as it looks like Whitman will win possession for Whitworth. Ball goes over now to Sierra Whitty. Whitty with 3 goals to this point of the matchup to go with an assist for the Pirates. Pass goes wide over to Hemmon. Hemmon inside, going to the net. Chance to go for goal. That one, again, just goes over the top of the cage. Hemmon, again, just can't quite get that ball underneath the crossbar. That's 2 good looks that were just over the top of the crossbar. Another play for Whitworth. They try to pass inside, this time to Vincent. And Campbell Vincent takes contact, which will lead to a free position opportunity. So minute 14 remaining in the half. It'll be Campbell Vincent on the free position opportunity. Vincent goes for goal, but that shot missed wide right as Godfrey again able to turn away the Whitworth Pirates. She got some good help defensively there as Illinois Tech was able to provide pressure on the shot last moment. 50 seconds to go in the half. Niebler just trying to find a way to get up the field. Niebler looking for a target. It was Pettigrew who she was looking for. Instead, she found Campbell Vincent, and Vincent plays for the other team. Vincent going towards the net on the counterattack, but is turned away by a trio of Scarlet Hawks defenders. That was a great recovery by the Scarlet Hawks. Another pass opportunity. It goes to Whitty. Shot again, saved by Godfrey. Good job by Mercy Godfrey. Assistant coach Shannon Hecht likes what she's seeing, and for good reason. Illinois Tech essentially did what they needed to do once it got 11-3 on the scoreboard. They got the goal, and then they held strong on the south side of the field, and they'll go into the halftime break down by 7. But Illinois Tech with momentum and energy, you have to think with them not having any reserves, this break will be all about rest for the Scarlet Hawks. Good first half from the Whitworth Pirates. They get an 11-4 advantage as we go into the halftime break. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll go over our first half stats, recap our first half goals, and preview second half action. All of that and more here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Halftime here is Stuart Field in Chicago, Illinois. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Women's Lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Here at halftime, the Scarlet Hawks currently trailing the Whitworth Pirates by a score of 11-4. While we have a moment, let's go over some of our first half stats to this point of the matchup. And looking at the stats, it's been all Whitworth in terms of time of possession. 29 shots, including 18 of those 29 shots being on goal for the Pirates, leading to their 11 goals. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, 4 shots on goal, all of them from Tony Martinez, as she is responsible for all 4 goals for the Scarlet Hawks to this point in the matchup. Ground balls favor Whitworth to this point, 14-8 in favor of the Pirates. And then the turnovers, 6-13, or 13-6, meaning Whitworth has forced Illinois Tech to turn it over 13 times. Meanwhile, Whitworth has only turned it over 6 themselves. But statistically, Whitworth has only been credited with 2 caused turnovers. So they've only caused 2 of those 13 Illinois Tech turnovers. Meanwhile, their 6 have been unforced by the Scarlet Hawks. Halftime continues here at Stuart Field, but our next presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Women's Lacrosse will occur right here on April the 2nd, Wednesday, April the 2nd, when the Scarlet Hawks go into conference play as they'll take on the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. That'll be Wednesday, April the 2nd at 5 p.m. when the Scarlet Hawks take on Concordia University of Wisconsin. And speaking of Concordia University of Wisconsin, they'll be the next opponent for the men's lacrosse team for our next presentation of lacrosse action period, which will be Wednesday, March the 26th. Men's lacrosse action at 7 p.m. as the Scarlet Hawks take on Concordia University of Wisconsin. And then next Saturday at 1 p.m., the Scarlet Hawks will take on Lawrence University. So plenty of lacrosse here at Stuart Field as we wrap up March. Certainly part of the March Madness. I know this isn't necessarily the hardwood or the mat if you're a March Madness fan for college wrestling, but certainly part of the athletic madness, which makes March one of the better sports months throughout the year. Second half getting ready to begin here. I have to say, I think it's between March and October, that stretch of October where all 4 of the four pro major leagues are all going. I think those are probably the 2 best times of year when it comes to athletics. And here, as March 2025 continues to wind down, it's the Whitworth Pirates with an 11-4 advantage against the Scarlet Hawks. Going inside for the Pirates is Kira Paulus. And again, another free position, another shooting space violation here against Illinois Tech will lead to the free position opportunity for Paulus this time. Paulus already with a goal here for the Pirates. Paulus looking to strike again, and Kira Paulus does just that. Second goal of the day for Kira Paulus, and Whitworth wastes no time getting on the board here in the third quarter. Whitworth goal scored by number 17, Kira Paulus. Her second of the day, her third of the season. So 12-4 advantage for Whitworth as they again go up by 8. Second time today that Whitworth has been up 8. It was Peyton Green that gave them the 11-3 advantage earlier. And this goal here from Paulus makes it 12-4 Whitworth. And now the Pirates in control of the ball and working towards the north goal here at Stuart Field. Whitman goes behind the cage to Green. And now here's Peyton Green. Green's got Sierra Whitty. And Whitty's the intended target of the pass, which she makes clean on the reception. That was a good look from Whitty as Whitty tried to go inside to Hemman, but the ball goes long. Ground ball pickup for Paulus. It appeared as maybe Paulus tried to pass it, and the ball sort of just fell out of her cross as she went into her passing motion. Had to turn around and scoop it up quickly. Here's Nikki Beers. Beers over to Whitty. Good job by Illinois Tech to put bodies on Whitty. It forced Whitty to pass it, which led to the save by Godfrey. Nice shot inside from Paulus, but Paulus unsuccessful in finding the net for the third time today. Green, picked up by Pettigrew. Akirtava approaching Beers and forced Beers to retreat. They go to Paulus. Paulus scored the goal, but I think it was after the whistle, and that was the case. So now Paulus, the Whitworth sideline, they were ready to celebrate, that being Paulus's 4th goal of the season. Would have been a hat trick today. Instead, she'll have to try again on the free position opportunity. Paulus to the net, bounces it home, gets that 4th goal of the season after all. A hat trick for Kira Paulus. Whitworth goal, free position goal for number 17, Kira Paulus. Her 3rd of the day, her 4th of the season. So the Whitworth Pirates with a 13-4 advantage. And if you're just joining us here in the first half, we discussed the running clock rules. And with Whitworth literally 1 goal away from activating running clock rules, is worth bringing it back up that in NCAA Division III women's lacrosse, any team with a double-digit advantage, it activates running clock rules. Now, if Illinois Tech were to go down 14-4 here and retreat or in counter and score to make it 14-5, then we'll go back to normal rules. So as long as it's a double-digit advantage on the scoreboard, the match is played under running clock rules. And right now, here come the Pirates running towards the net, looking to activate those rules. They had a chance with Beers, but she had to redirect. Beers over to Whitty. Again, Pirates in behind the K's, just trying to find the right shot here. Here's Peyton Green. We've seen patient offense today out of the Whitworth Pirates. Remember, this is a team that came into the season likely with confidence, led by their 7th season head coach, Noel Brillard. This is a team that won 12 games a year ago. They were 12-6 were the Pirates, semifinalists in their conference tournament. Off to a rough start this year, but with a 13-4 edge here, looking to activate running clock rules with Peyton Green. And a violation. So a violation against Whitworth will take all the fun out of the setup there for Green and turn it over to Illinois Tech. Long run for Izzy Niebler. Niebler takes contact on the sideline here. And it appears that the contact will give it over. Actually, I think Niebler might have gone out of play here. Or maybe there's a violation. Actually, there's going to be a violation. I thought Niebler, the way she was setting up, I thought maybe she picked up a violation here. But now they go over the post. Niebler was actually the victim of the violation. Here's Martinez. Tony Martinez turning around. Martinez looking for an outlet to the net. She wants to shoot. It's very clear she's trying to find a shot here, but surrounded by Whitworth Pirates. The ground ball pickup for the Pirates as Himman comes out of traffic with possession. Long run now for the Pirates. They're in the middle of the field. They get it inside. A chance to go for goal. The shot from Vincent goes over the net as she couldn't score past Mercy Godfrey. Whitworth again on offense. Passing the ball back outside to Sierra Whitty. Another pass, this time inside. They go for goal off the post and out. Recovered by Illinois Tech. That ball took a funny bounce. It bounced inside. It hit the crossbar. It hit the post. But after all was said and done, it did not get past Godfrey for the goal. Illinois Tech, they've been playing a player down since the second half began. Nayeli Samano's on the sideline here for Illinois Tech. As now Victoria Akirtava comes up the field for the Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech offense. Illinois Tech trying to get into the offensive zone. The coaching staff saying they want them to keep running, get into that offensive zone here, and Pettigrew does just that. Iona Pettigrew has the ball for Illinois Tech. And now the Scarlet Hawks are going to try to get Niebler off the field here. And Niebler comes off for Nayeli Samano. Here's Pettigrew. Pettigrew has the ball dispossessed by Himman. Pettigrew now knocked down as she's surrounded by 3 players for Whitworth. 30 on the shot clock for Illinois Tech as Iona Pettigrew has the ball. Athletic trainer Mika Sanchez is checking out Izzy Niebler on the Scarlet Hawks sideline along with assistant coach Shayna Hecht. Meanwhile, on the field, it's Whitworth with Deese. Amali Deese passes inside and a goal for Campbell Vincent. And that will activate the running clock rules for the Whitworth Pirates. It's their leading scorer, Campbell Vincent, finding the back of the net. 3rd goal of the game for Vincent. Gives her 20 of the season. Whitworth goal scored by number 21, Campbell Vincent. Her 3rd of the game, her 20th of the season. (14-4), Whitworth with the lead. That's the 20th goal of the season for Campbell Vincent. Tony Martinez in the draw control here for Illinois Tech. As she goes up against Kylie Martin. Illinois Tech attempting to cut the running clock rules here. Unfortunately for the Scarlet Hawks, they'll end up on the defensive side following this draw control and the whistle. And they'll be down a player thanks to the green card against Martinez. So Martinez will come off the field here for 1 minute. And Illinois Tech will reset defensively, or at least try to get set defensively with the running clock already down 10 goals. Now the clock becoming an enemy for Illinois Tech as well. Here's a pass inside, which is knocked away, but it's briefly recovered by Fansler. And now we got a whistle behind the play. The officials have not asked for a stoppage of the clock here as they have a conference out near midfield. So I'm interested in what they could be talking about here. Unfortunately, we don't have the mics. We don't have the field mic'd up where we could just pot it up and put it into the broadcast. As it appears that Illinois Tech now, I think the officials are saying they had the wrong number here. It appears that maybe, or maybe no, they're going to say it's going to be a foul against Leatherwood. So Illinois Tech will be down 2 players. I thought maybe the way the officials were talking, it appeared as one was saying, are you sure 22 or not 2? But no, they're saying no, 2 will join 22. As Illinois Tech now be down 2 players with Leatherwood and Martinez on the sideline. Pass goes inside and a quick goal for Peyton Green. Peyton Green has had a few opportunities, and Peyton Green finds the back of the net here. Again, Green scored the goal earlier to make it 11-3. This time Green gives Whitworth 15 on the day. Whitworth goal scored by number 8, Peyton Green. Her 2nd of the day, her 6th of the season. (15-4) Pirates with 6:52 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. So Whitworth with an 11-goal advantage. And again, they have the running clock rules activated here. For Whitworth, it's just a matter of keeping Illinois Tech from getting those shots on the net. Whitworth in this matchup, they've had different keepers in net. They started with Sage Fosnock, and then we saw Kayla Jones out there in the 2nd quarter. Here's another chance for Whitty. Mercy Godfrey on the scooper for Illinois Tech, and then she's dispossessed behind the cage by Peyton Green. Green might be goal hungry here. She's already got 2. Pass inside, and a goal this time for Kennison Turner. Turner's had a number of opportunities, and now Turner, finding the back of the net herself, allows the Pirates to extend their lead to 12. For Kennison Turner, that's her 2nd goal of the day. That puts her at 8 on the season now for the Whitworth Pirates. Whitworth goal scored by number 19, Kennison Turner. Her 2nd of the day, her 8th of the season. Whitworth using this matchup to add to their goal totals, and for good reason. They're getting the shots. They're continuing to pour it on as they go to this north side of Stuart Field. And Mercy Godfrey, who had done a great job the majority of the first half, finally starting to see that high number of shots, that high volume of shots. The law of averages finally starting to work against Illinois Tech, where Godfrey to this point of the matchup has seen 36 shots, 22 on goal. We get a card out near midfield. That will take Campbell Vincent off the field for Whitworth. 4:52 to go in the 3rd. As the officials once again get the penalty into the official scorebook, and the clock runs with Tony Martinez for Illinois Tech. Martinez trying to work against this Whitworth defense. She gives it up to Akirtava. Akirtava has it out high. She gives it up to Martinez. Martinez working around Martin, or attempting to work around Martin. She actually lulled Martin to sleep, sort of reloaded and then charged, but not before a whistle, which will negate the goal scored by Martinez. She was able to beat Sage Fosnock. Fosnock back out there after starting the match. If Martinez could score here, this would be her 5th goal of the day. She would be responsible for all 5 for Illinois Tech. And Tony Martinez does just that for the Scarlet Hawks as she, with a sidewinder, rips one past Sage Fosnock for the goal. Scarlet Hawks goal. Free position goal from number 22, Tony Martinez. Her 5th of the day, 21st of the season. Martinez 1 shy of her jersey number in goal total, now with 21 goals on the season. She's got all 5 today. She's responsible actually for all 5 shots recorded by Illinois Tech today. As now they trail 16-5, still facing the running clock with 3 minutes and counting to go. Keep mentioning Illinois Tech earlier this season. They have the one home win, which occurred back over earlier this year against Hanover on March 13th. That was a 12-8 win for the Scarlet Hawks. Going to need a valiant effort and a few unexpected things to go right to win this one, considering they're already facing the running clock rules and down, and have really had a hard time getting shots today, and they already have Izzy Niebler on the sideline. So Illinois Tech, they're playing with a man down already. Akirtava gives it up to Pettigrew. Pettigrew charging towards the net, took some contact and then lost the ball. Great job by Whitworth. That was Baker on the pickup. But I believe that was Deese who actually knocked the ball free. Here's Whitman. Whitman plays it ahead of the pack. And Whitman has Kennison Turner. Final 2 minutes of this 3rd quarter. Turner going towards the net. Makes a nice turn around McManus. Goes inside, but the save is made by Godfrey. That was a great run by Kennison Turner. A few beautiful turns inside to evade defenders to get in front of Godfrey, but couldn't score the goal. That's one of those plays we say got everything but the finish there. As Turner did everything right. But on the other end, it was the keeper, Godfrey, who made the save. A minute 25 and counting as Godfrey just walks the ball up the field. Cassidy Fansler knocked the pass down, and now a clean run of the net for Whitworth. A chance to go for goal, and that's probably the easiest one we'll see today for Campbell Vincent. Godfrey was out of the net. All Vincent had to do was put the right bounce on it, and she did for the goal. Campbell Vincent continuing to add on to her total for the Whitworth Pirates. That's her 4th of the day. And as a result, Campbell Vincent is now up to 21. Whitworth goal scored by number 21, Campbell Vincent. Her 4th of the day, her 21st of the season. Talk about matching jersey numbers. There's Campbell Vincent finding her 21st goal of the season to match her jersey number. And it looks like this draw control with 21 seconds will actually get into the air and is actually going to be won by the Whitworth Pirates. They have a 12-goal advantage here as the third quarter continues to tick away. It's 17-5 Pirates. Here is Sierra Whitty. Whitty had a huge first half for the Pirates. Whitty gets the ball and goes for goal. Sierra Whitty one last time in the third quarter. Whitworth goal scored by number 6, Sierra Whitty. At the end of the third quarter, our score, the Whitworth Pirates 18, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 5. So 18-5 score. Whitworth leads it by 13 as we head into the fourth. This matchup will be played at running clock rules, but let's see if Illinois Tech can get on the board and maybe cut into this deficit a bit before we get out of here. We'll see what happens on the other side of this break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we stand united in the fight against cancer with the Illinois Tech women's lacrosse team and the American Cancer Society. This cause is especially personal for the Illinois Tech women's lacrosse team, as it was inspired by the heartbreaking loss of close family members of our very own graduate student and midfielder, Juliana Moore's father, Lee Moore, and her uncle, Mike Lynch. Their memory fuels our determination to stick it to cancer, honoring their lives and supporting all those that have been affected by and currently battling this disease. We are grateful for all healthcare providers and researchers showing compassion and care. To help us stick it to cancer, please consider donating to the American Cancer Society using the QR codes posted on the fence of the field. Together, we fight for a future free of cancer. Let's make a difference. Back here at Stuart Field in Chicago, this is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. The Scarlet Hawks trailing 18-5 at the hands of the Whitworth Pirates. Whitworth came in with a record of 1-3. Illinois Tech came in 1-6. And right now, Whitworth with a 13-goal advantage. And they've activated running clock rules. Appears that they're on their way to their second win of the season. Illinois Tech will hit the road following this matchup, and then they will return home on April the 2nd. That's when the next time we will have Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network is when Illinois Tech will take on the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons. We'll have that for you on Wednesday, April the 2nd at 5 p.m. when the Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse team takes on their conference foe, the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons. Right now against the Whitworth Pirates, Scarlet Hawks down by 13, 18-5 score. As Whitworth doing a great job of getting to the front of the net in that third quarter. Illinois Tech, after this game, they'll hit the road for 2 matches against the Edgewood Eagles, who were here for baseball today, and then they'll take on the MSOE Raiders. And another goal now for the Whitworth Pirates as they work the ball inside. This time it's Peyton Green again. Peyton Green is certainly having a day. That's the third of the day for Green, and she makes it now 19-5 in favor of the Whitworth Pirates. Whitworth goal scored by number 8, Peyton Green. Her third of the day, her 7th of the season. So 19-5 score as the Whitworth Pirates continue to really just add to those individual goal totals here. The running clock will continue for Whitworth. But also for Whitworth, the schedule and the grind of the women's lacrosse season will continue for the Pirates as they will actually take on the North Central Cardinals tomorrow. That's scheduled for a 2 p.m. start out in Naperville, and then a lengthy 13-day rest for the Pirates before their next game, which will be on April the 5th, which will begin conference play when they take on George Fox on April 5th, and then they'll take on Pacific on April 6th. Here in this non-conference matchup, Megan Whitman had it there for the Pirates. Ball got away, and then scooped right back up. Remember, this is a Whitworth team that had 12 wins a season ago. They were semifinalists in their respective conference, the Northwest Conference. And while they're off to a bit of a rough start this season, this is one of those matchups that can certainly help gain confidence for players individually when you have a number of players that have found the back of the net like the Pirates have had today. Got Nikki Beers. Beers has the ball here, chased by Post. Pass inside, a chance to go for goal, and the low scoop is good for Kinsey Hemman. Kinsey Hemman had been relatively quiet today. And there's Hemman with her first goal. She had an assist earlier. She'll find the back of the net for the first time. Hemman is actually near the top of the team in goals. That's her 10th of the season. Whitworth goal scored by number 18, Kinsey Hemman. Goal assisted by number 11, Nikki Beers. So Nikki Beers credited with the assist as Hemman scores her 10th goal of the season. That's the first time Hemman has gotten into the book today. First time she's gotten into the book today, 10th time she's got on the season. That was a good find by Beers. And now Whitworth by 15 here with 11:30 remaining in the game. The ball goes up on the draw control. It was Post, Ellie Post against Kylie Martin. There's Martin number 5 for Whitworth battling in there. Tony Martinez, the low woman in the battle here. And Illinois Tech will win the battle. That was actually a good job by Martinez. She was the one player that actually got down to the turf here to try to win that ball. That's why I mentioned she was the low woman there, and as a result, she won the whistle for the Scarlet Hawks. Here's Iona Pettigrew. Iona Pettigrew with that pass over. Here's Post. Post was looking for Martinez and a whistle. And the foul actually go against Martinez. That was quick passing. It was Pettigrew to Post to Martinez. But Illinois Tech just unable to clean up some of that passing. Kennison Turner. Turner. Again, in behind the net. We've seen that out of 19 in maroon the majority of the day. Nice pass for Turner. I thought we were going to get a shot there. That was a good step from Hemman, but Hemman thought otherwise and passed off. Working it around the perimeter. First look of the afternoon at Taylor O'Toole, number 23 out there for Whitworth. She's out on the perimeter at this moment for the Pirates. And now a foul as Kennison Turner is tripped up. You see Whitworth really just did a good job of getting players in behind the ball here, a number of substitutions. But now they'll get a free position opportunity, and it looks like Turner's going to sidewind this one. Here's the shot. It's saved by Godfrey. Mercy Godfrey has done a good job with the saves today. However, unfortunately for Godfrey, she's seen just way too many shots. you allow a team to get as many shots as Godfrey's faced, eventually they'll punch some in, and that's been the case today for the Whitworth Pirates. We get another whistle here. And this whistle will favor Illinois Tech as the Scarlet Hawks now take over offensively. Here's Iona Pettigrew with a long run. We said that a lot today with Pettigrew just trying to make those long runs. Look at her running through 3 defenders, and Pettigrew still in control here as she gets into the offensive zone for the Scarlet Hawks. Pettigrew still taking contact right to the front of the net and gets the ball dislodged, but a foul against Taylor O'Toole. First-year player Taylor O'Toole had been on the sideline the majority of the day. She comes in here in the fourth quarter. We mentioned her on that last offensive possession for Whitworth. Now to be Pettigrew with a free position opportunity. You look at Pettigrew just trying to catch her breath here. She's breathing heavily here as she gets ready to take this free possession opportunity with 8 minutes to go. Pettigrew has 2 goals on the season, and Illinois Tech will burn a timeout. 8:27 remains in the match. When we return, Iona Pettigrew will get a free position opportunity as Illinois Tech tries to strike for their 6th goal of the matchup. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, coming to you live from Stuart Field in Chicago. .8:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Women's Lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Iona Pettigrew getting set for a free position opportunity, and she'll go at the keeper, Kayla Jones. Kayla Jones has been the keeper for Whitworth on this north goal today. Meanwhile, their starter, Sage Fosnock, was on the south goal. Pettigrew goes for goal and finds it for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Iona Pettigrew finding the back of the net, the only player other than Tony Martinez to score in the matchup. And Pettigrew scores for the 3rd time this season, makes it 20-6. Scarlet Hawks goal scored by number 5, Iona Pettigrew. Free position goal for her 3rd of the season. 20-6 score as Whitworth, again, still leads this matchup by 14, but there's the 3rd goal of the season for Iona Pettigrew, the junior out of Corvallis, Oregon. Gets Illinois Tech within 14. Once again, one of those momentum goals for Illinois Tech. We saw that in the 2nd quarter when the Scarlet Hawks got a late goal. They scored to cut the deficit to 11-4 at the time, and then they got a strong defensive stand. But it was just a rough scoring half for Illinois Tech. As you can see, only able to get the 2 goals here. Here's another opportunity as Whitworth tries to extend their lead late in this matchup. Number of players getting those goal numbers up for the Whitworth Pirates, just working to the front of the net. Ball goes in behind again. This is Kennison Turner. Turner looking for an outlet. Her pass was intended for Deese. Ball comes up for Whitworth. There was a shot attempt from Martin, but a whistle before Martin could actually fire. But I think the officials are saying they're going to score that goal, and it will be a goal for Martin. So Kylie Martin scores, and that'll make it 21-6 as the Whitworth Pirates get another player into the scorebook here on this Saturday at Stuart Field in Chicago. Whitworth goal scored by number 5, Kylie Martin. Her first of the season. (21-6) Whitworth, and the Whitworth Pirate fans travel well. Got a pretty good section near the opening gate here at Stuart Field. They made the trip out here to Chicago to take in some of this 39-degree weather and 9-mile-per-hour wind. But for good reason, 15-goal advantage on the scorebook. Like, yes, it may have been a windy day, but it will be a win for Whitworth if results hold for these final 5 minutes. You got a violation here against the Pirates with Campbell Vincent picking up the green card. 5.5 minutes to go as Akir Tava has it up high for the Scarlet Hawks. She's met by Martin with Akir Tava, then passed off to Ellie Post. Post back to Akir Tava. Akir Tava almost near the clearance line here and almost put herself in a position to be pressured by Peyton Green from outside of the zone. You can see Green number 8 had her cross out, looking for any active contact. Martinez trying to find the net. It's a long pass from Martinez, and she's going to try to find Samano. And now Martinez with a dodge on the spin move. Martinez goes for goal. Saved inside by Kayla Jones. I think Illinois Tech they've had the most success when they've gone at Kayla Jones. So that's a good look for Kayla Jones to make a clean save out of the air, similar to what we've seen out of Godfrey. The ball played ahead to Martinez. Martinez with a chance to go to the net. Martinez does go to the net. Jones made the save with the right knee, and the ball sort of took a hop behind her to the left side. That was a nice save by Jones, and also good job defensively here by Sedona Liming. Liming has been out on the field a good portion of the matchup. Haven't really had an opportunity to call her name too much today. Liming got the start earlier for Whitworth, and now she may have started this counterattack opportunity. Here is Martin going to the front of the net. Martin running at Pettigrew, her numerical counterpart. Nice pass. Martin goes to Turner, and that's a clean save again for Mercy Godfrey. I've lost count. I think maybe that's about 6 where we've seen Mercy really just catch it clean off the shot. I'm almost certain in my own mind that's at least 6. That's a clean catch from Godfrey. 3.5 minutes remaining as Akir Tava takes contact, and it draws a violation against Whitworth. As now Akir Tava dispossessed. Ball taken away by Peyton Green. Green gives it up over to Fansler. Fansler in a goal. As the Whitworth Pirates find the back of the net, Cassidy Fansler gets the goal. That was a great 2-woman breakaway by Green and Fansler. They find the back of the net. And Fansler, with her 3rd of the season, makes it 22-6 Whitworth Pirates. Whitworth goal scored by number 4, Cassidy Fansler. Her 3rd of the season, assisted by number 8, Peyton Green. 22-6 score, Whitworth adding to their lead. Time continuing to tick away here. Once again, running clock rules with the double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. For Illinois Tech, unfortunately, this would be back-to-back losses at the hands of the running clock rules. Meanwhile, Whitworth trying to add one more here before we get out of Stuart Field this evening. Still plenty of time. Still 2 minutes to go as Illinois Tech gets it over to Ellie Post. Post working towards midfield and now has the ball knocked away by Deese. So it was a 24-1 loss for Illinois Tech on Wednesday at the hands of John Carroll. That following a 12-8 win back on the 13th over Hanover College. But today, Whitworth will hand Illinois Tech their 2nd straight loss via the running clock rules. Meanwhile, the Scarlet Hawks on the other side of this matchup will get ready for 2 straight on the road up in Wisconsin as they'll take on Edgewood in Madison, and then they'll take on the MSOE Raiders in Milwaukee on March the 29th. Final 100 seconds of the matchup. Meanwhile, for Whitworth, we mentioned earlier, they'll be right back in action here in the Chicagoland area as they'll go to Naperville to take on North Central, the Cardinals, tomorrow at 2 p.m. locally. And then after that matchup, they will be off until April 5th when they take on George Fox on April 5th at 1 p.m. Local time. And then they'll take on Pacific at 1 p.m. local time as well. Remember, Whitworth from Spokane, Washington, so that's on the Pacific time. That's 1 p.m. Pacific time. Here's Kira Paulus in possession for Whitworth. As now the Pirates continue to just let that clock run. Under a minute to go here at Stuart Field. 22-6 score. Let's see if they take one last shot to wrap it up. They do take a shot. Godfrey made the save on the attempt from Deese. Amoli Deese has had a few looks in the second half, but hasn't been able to break through. Another rebound opportunity. A shot for goal is scored by the Whitworth Pirates. It's going to be Campbell Vincent as she finds the back of the net. But wait a minute, the official. So I think that will actually. So it'll be 20. So the score is 22-6. I'm not so sure that. So the goal will be negated for Whitworth, as that will make it a 22-6 final here at Stuart Field, as Godfrey's just going to let this one run down, and that will do it. Where the Whitworth Pirates, they come away with a huge 22-6 win over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. That last goal taken off the board for the Pirates, so they get away with their second win of the season. Our final score. Whitworth Pirates 22, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 6. We'd like to thank you all for coming out to Stuart Field today, and please get home safely as you exit the grounds here at Stuart Field. Thank you for coming out. 22-6 final score, where the Whitworth Pirates, they get to 2-3 on the season. Illinois Tech, they fall to 1-7, and Whitworth finding their rhythm. They'll be in action again tomorrow. They'll take on the North Central Cardinals. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, they'll hit the road for 2 straight against Edgewood and MSOE before we see them again on April the 2nd. So the next time we'll see the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse team will be April the 2nd at 5 p.m. when they take on Concordia University of Wisconsin. Our next presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks lacrosse, men's lacrosse action, that'll occur coming up on Wednesday, March the 26th, when the Scarlet Hawks take on Concordia University of Wisconsin. The Falcons make the trip for men's lacrosse on the 26th, and they make the trip for women's lacrosse on April the 2nd. So once again, for all of our crew here at Stuart Field, for Eric Willowhite, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Until next time, so long from Chicago.